But the one with the ludicrous sample, if that was a song itself for like, it could be concerning for some people, but J. Cole is still gonna be one of my favorite rappers regardless. Apparently, all the songs that he had for the Fall Off, I don't think they're like in the top 100 or top 200 Billboard, I believe. I'm not really a guy that cares about numbers and charting and stuff like that. But for a big, tier 1 artist like J. Cole, I can understand why people feel like the Fall Off really, it fell off, literally. I don't think it did. I think the album's still great. Do I listen to the album still to this day? Not as much as before, like obviously around like March. In April, I was playing it still heavily, and I know it dropped in like February, probably late February, I believe. I think it was early, actually. It felt like it just came and it went out. I usually play the album when I'm at the gym sometimes. Like, I'll probably play like 2-6, Poor Thing, Drum and Bass, which is probably my favorite song, Bombs in the Ville, The Villist, Old Dog, Man Up Above, and I think that's it for right now. I know he's supposed to be on tour pretty soon. He actually might be on tour right now. I don't even know, but I know he's coming to Boston next month, and I might be going to that show. But yeah, let's just see what's up.
Fulfills you personally, because we know the making of it is always going to fulfill. You know what I mean? Like, this is never going to ever go away in terms of fulfillment.
Feeling.
Yes.
Right.
But I was like, if a song blow up, it's like, where's it blowing up at? Like, TikTok? I ain't on there. Like, the fulfillment of a hit record ain't even the same.
J. Cole. The industry is playing with your name. Now, for context, it's important to note that this conversation originates from a convo that took place between J. Cole and Alicia Keys, where Cole revealed that he no longer cared for a hit single.
From your perspective,
I'm remembering this one song that he has literally in the last album where he was just like, he was basically saying that like his music and like his top hits or whatever are still his older songs and he fucking hates it. Like, he literally said that. Sounds a little,
making music and thinking about releasing music, like what fulfills you personally? Because we know the making of it is always going to fulfill. You know what I mean? Like, this is never going to ever go away in terms of fulfillment.
Feeling.
Yes.
Right.
But you have absolutely experienced time and time over that feeling of like, oh man, I just the world up with some, you know what I mean? Now it's like, if a song blow up, it's like, where's it blowing up at? Like, TikTok? I ain't on there. Like, the fulfillment of a hit record ain't even the same for me no more, personally. So I can't imagine you. It's like, now when you're putting your songs out, are you even looking to that as like a measurement of fulfillment? Or are you like, nah, it's literally about making this and I don't give a what it comes out and does?
Now, for those of you tapped into Carolina's finest, you understand this isn't breaking news, but broken news. This past week, dozens of huge hip-hop accounts that reported on the fall off no longer being on Billboard.
So it's 200. Okay.
While yes, this is his first album to exit the charts within a year, it's not the first album to do so that's been considered by many to be the rap album of the year.
Okay, so if we're talking about clips, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And if we're talking about like all genres of music, there's a lot of music, my niggas, bro. Like there's a lot of fucking music, you feel me? So I don't think it's that like a big of a deal. I already see where people are gonna say, especially if this is his first album that got off the charts the fastest, But Clips, for example, I think they had the best album of 2025. But at least they got recognized for like knowing that these niggas could rap, and their project was just amazing, bro, to me.
But before I expose the hypocrisy that's been on full display, I thought it was imperative I share with my audience where Cole currently stands in terms of chasing the charts. J. Cole said, and I quote, "The fulfillment of a hit record, it isn't even the same for me anymore. Those days of creating a hit single and promoting that single post-release to help a project stay on the charts, Those days are long over for Cole. And that's important to remember when you hear people like Rory and OVO Mall attempt to frame this discussion in a negative light.
Song from the Fall Off would you think would make it like the standout song?
It would, for me, it would be Who the Fuck Is You? Would be the one that I would think would make it.
Okay.
I could see that. Or 2-6.
If they knew the music that they're supposed to know, it would be Bunch Road Blues, but they don't know that.
I honestly do believe if Bombs in the Ville was just like, well, I don't know if it's Hit the Gas. It's probably, I don't know. It's one of them because there's like 3 different like sections in that song. But the one with the Ludacris sample, if that was a song itself for like, I think that would be probably the best song in my opinion, or the hit song for the album.
So this is going off of what I'm assuming is numbers.
With the Fall, I knew that was going to. With the Fall, did they really do like a focus track post release?
No.
Not to say that Cole is at a point.
The one they leaked.
That was part of the rollout.
And I remember before the album dropped, he did have like a little clip of Poor Thing, but we barely heard the song. So
yeah.
I mean, Cole is at a point in his career, doesn't need to do focus tracks after. But yeah, I mean, I guess organically, Shebang or Janice kind of did that with Drake. But yeah, I'm kind of shocked they didn't try to do some type of focus. Not straight up like Spotify, Hot 100. But like, here's something we're going, Cole's gonna perform it when he was at the college campuses, or like we'll shoot a separate visual for it, or it'll be part of the doc.
And let's not forget the fire marketing he did after the album. Like he was doing a whole bunch of interviews. You know, he was going around different like states or whatever with the Honda Civic, just dapping up and meeting fans. He didn't come to Boston, I was pissed off about, but he did some pretty good marketing afterwards, if you ask me.
To me, it gave like, here go this damn album, leave me alone for a long time. That's what it gave to me. The Fall Off. Like he just wanted to be left alone.
Wait, what?
Nigga, what?
There was no heavy single push. There, obviously, you advertised the album as a whole.
He drove from here to Seattle in a fucking Honda.
To advertise the album, yes, but there was no post single push, post music video push, post. There was none of that. After he did that, the college tours, the album was out. He did a couple
he
the
went and
obvious
played with the Monkey Kings.
That has nothing to do with him releasing music. Cole been trying to play basketball for years. That has nothing to do with him releasing music. He did not push a single for this album. He did not do that.
So you saying this is J. Cole's Here Nigga Damn album?
No, it's just I feel like he just wanted to be left alone after that. Like, it's out, it's a weight off my shoulders, it's done, I connected with the fans, I'm good, leave me alone. Not like we're gonna keep pushing this album all year. That's what it gave.
Well, the ones
He's
that
going on tour though,
I
right?
feel like it's different, man. Like, we don't know his personal life. You know, I know the nigga probably, I think he has kids, or a kid at least. Like, we don't really know, bro. Sometimes it's just like, you push as much as you can for a certain amount of time, and after that time is up, take your breather, and then you go back on tour, and then after the tour is done, you go ghost. Some niggas want to be consistent and just like, you always see them on the screen every time, but niggas like Cole, you've been in the game for too long. Like, not for too long, but like long enough to where you ain't got to do all that. You can pop up whenever you want, and niggas are gonna still listen to you and still respect your craft, bro. At least majority.
Yes, the tour starts soon.
Yeah,
actually.
I think it starts like within
the next
few
month
weeks
or so. Yeah.
Well, according to Traffic on Apple Music, and again, take some of this with a grain of salt, because typically, no matter what, the first few records get there. 2-6 Safety, Run a Train, Poor Thing, Bunch Road Blues, Who the Fuck Is You?
Be the
Bombs
most
in
likely
the Bill.
one. Yeah.
And I would say Who the Fuck Is You was probably that, because it's in the middle of the album, or Bombs in the Bill, because it's at the end and it still has Traffic.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
maybe we might, I don't know. But yeah, he didn't really push a single, so.
A man can drink, can he?
Now, to be fair to Rory and Maul, they were referencing Cole not being listed on Billboard's top 50 songs released towards the halfway mark of 2026. But nevertheless, I gotta be honest, I caught secondhand embarrassment listening to Maul struggle to understand the difference between promoting an album and marketing a single, post-release. I mean, the way that Maul and other media members become intellectually dishonest when it's time to discredit Cole is beyond comprehension. And we are witnessing it again with this Billboard announcement. Now, I posted this on X, but I'll share it again on here. Let God sort them out. That album charted for 5 weeks on Billboard, and none of these huge hip-hop accounts posted about it once.
Because it's no disrespect to Clips. It's like they haven't dropped anything since '09 as a group. Obviously, Pusha T's been making albums like here and there, but there's different tiers in terms of their popularity, you know? So if you put Cole above that, they just have more expectations for J. Cole than Clips, in my opinion.
Nada. Even when it no longer continued to chart, they did not make a spectacle of that announcement. And don't get me wrong, that album was still a good project. But just like many fans, we're still enjoying it, despite it falling off the charts. Many fans are still enjoying the fall off. This was simply a nasty, coordinated effort to paint a disingenuous narrative onto Cole. They want you to think that because Cole intentionally went out of his way to not promote a single or chase a Billboard record, that this somehow decreases the quality of the music.
To everyone who thinks the J. Cole album is a letdown or boring, I believe you. I 100% believe you feel that way. I also think you lost the plot. Stick with me and everything's gonna make sense. I just watched J. Cole set the rules at a club saying, I'm not sitting up here for y'all to take pictures. We're gonna be real cool tonight. I'm gonna walk through, chat it up with y'all. It's gonna be a great time. And people are like, oh, okay. And you just noticed this thing about Cole through this whole launch process. Album is out, first week, no appearances on any shows, no interviews. He gets in a Civic and goes to the Ville and Charlotte and sells CDs out his trunk with just regular boxes. Could have pulled up in the Royce, could have pulled up in the Phantom. He's in the Civic. You guys aren't getting the plot yet, hold on.
Humble ass nigga, bro, but I love it.
There's a moment in the movie Hercules where he finally gets everything he dreamed of. He becomes a god, goes up with Pops, Zeus looks at him and says, hey son, you can finally come here to Mount Olympus with us. And he's like, come to Mount Olympus? Why would I do that? I want to stay home. He's like, but you're a god now, son. You come up to Olympus right now. And he's like, I'm good. I actually got a ting back there. I think this is what I feel I'm watching with Cole. Like, you constantly see him, when people treat him like he's famous, like, chill, bro. Like, I just want to get on my bicycle and just ride around New York. Like, I don't want to go on a podcast. I don't want to go to a show. I want to go to a Bojangles and sell CDs myself. He doesn't even have, like, it's no security. He's really just trying to be a normal person. People are like, hey man, you're gonna sign more people, you're gonna do things. He's like, I don't have the emotional bandwidth to sign more people. Like, I really feel like J. Cole is saying the quiet part out loud that a lot of us feel about Western culture. This facade is exhausting. Everybody is like wanting to be famous or wanting to look like they're famous or wishing they were in a space that they're not.
That's a lot of energy, bro. Like, especially to be something that you're not or you're not feeling. Don't waste your time.
And Cole is just like, bro, I'm good. I'd really like to just hang out with my fans. And what he recognized is the Pareto principle. There's two sides to this marketing, guys. I said this before. J. Cole has 8.6 million followers. He knows Pareto's principle says that 20% of those people will actually do 80% of the work, which is really closer to 95.5, which would mean that most likely 400,000 people will come out and buy CDs and show up for him. He has no interest in new fan base. This is why you think it's boring. You could go NFL and say, hey, we're going international. We got to get all these new fans. We're going to bring in our guy. He's going to help us reach the Latin American groups. Then we're going to go to Mexico to do our next game. Or you can say, I'll double down with my fan base and give them what I actually enjoy. That is why the album is boring to you. And when you put that in here, you say it was a fizzle, you give it a 5.6, whatever.
Give it a listen. The album is not boring.
Whatever the case is, the rest of us who this album is actually for will say to you, how y'all gonna get mad from outside of the club? You can't even get in.
My nigga.
And there you have it. Now, shout out to that creator. That brother does an amazing job with this content.
You said it pretty great, and I'm not going to continue because I have some shit to get to. But honestly, bro, shout out Cole, bro. Fuck the Billboard, to be honest. And Clips is a perfect example. 5 weeks, it was off. But that album was amazing. Like, is there like a charting for like just the albums? Most likely there is one, but like I want to see the rap album charting of Billboard if they got that, and I'll be so curious to see what that looks like.